welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sue of Bendnstretch with Sue. In today's video, I'll be taking you through a Mandala yoga practice. But before we get started, I want to welcome you to beautiful White Lake here in Eastern Ontario. It's a fall day, and I thought it would be wonderful to get outside and share it with you. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to consider doing so. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content, and hit the like button if you like the practice. As we go through this circle practice, Mandala's meaning of representing the wholeness of life beyond mind and body. It's often used, its pattern is used as a means of inducing trance and really getting into that yoga zone. So all you'll need for today's practice are a couple of yoga blocks. If you have them handy, you can certainly do the practice without, maybe even using a couple large books if you need that extra propping. I have a blanket here for some extra padding. You could certainly reach for one of those. I'm going without yoga mat today, but if you have your mat out and ready to go, let's get started. So we begin first by moving into a child's pose. So stretching out the arms, letting the forehead rest on the ground as we take a moment to center and anchor. From here, as we move out, we take the hands further forward in front of the shoulders, tucking the toes under to move into a downward facing dog. Now in the downward dog, we reach through the right leg to take it up and lengthen, drawing the knee into the body and stepping that foot to the top of the mat to come into a nice long lunge. From here, we bring the back knee down to the floor and reaching up into a kneeling warrior to really open up through the hips. Bring the palms together, let them land at the heart. Taking an inhale, let's add a twist to warm the spine, taking the gaze back behind you, and then unwinding to reach the arms back up. As you exhale, bringing the hands to the inside of that front foot, we'll lift the back knee, planting that heel down to the mat and reaching up in a side angle. This is where you can reach for your yoga block if you need a little extra propping up to make the reach easier, or you could even bring the arm up on the leg. Taking your other arm across the top, right bicep near the ear, you reach and extend, and then circle that arm back down again as we pivot to move through the side. So from here, take a moment to line up the toes, reaching the head forward, and making sure that the bandhas are engaged. Breathing in to lengthen, and breathing out to fold. Really nice forward bend. You can even take the arms reaching through the legs and just allow some decompression of your spine. As we walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, we turn the left toes toward the opposite end of your mat. If you're using it, just turn those toes away from you and walking the hands over so we move into our side angle on the opposite side. So you could reach for your block here if you're feeling that you want to use one, or even pop up the arm on the leg. And when you're ready, taking that arm alongside the ear. So reaching through to extend, beautiful long line through the body, and circling back down again. From here, we pivot on that back foot to bring the knee down to the floor. As we prop ourselves up into kneeling warrior, reach up nice and tall, bring the palms together, and allow them to land at the heart. Breathing in to lift through the heart, and breathing out to bring the arms over to the other side. So creating a beautiful twist here, looking past the back shoulder, inhaling to reach up, and exhaling to plant the hands down. Stepping back with the left foot to return to your downward dog. So let's move through a little bit of a vinyasa here as we move through a plank, lowering down to chaturanga, scooping the heart through either cobra or upward dog, and take it back to your downward facing dog. Once again, we reach with the right leg to our three-legged dog, bringing the knee in, stepping foot forward as we come back to our lunge. From here, bringing the back knee to the ground, reaching up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart as we twist. Pausing here as you intend the thumbs toward the sternum. Unwind, reaching up. And exhale, hands come to the inner leg, lifting the knee up, bringing back heel to the floor, and making your way into your side angle. Arm comes alongside the ear, with long line, circling it down, pivoting to come to the opposite side in that wide angle. And once again, flatten the back, inhale to reach through the head, exhale to fold. As you find that fold that really serves your body the best here, you can experiment a little bit, maybe taking the hands through or just keeping the hands under the shoulders. Your next inhale brings you back to flat back. From here we pivot and move back to where we started. Only this time we come back to our side angle and reaching it up with your right arm still. So the right leg stays back still. Taking that arm right alongside the ear, reaching long and circling it down. As we move to our lunge, bringing your right knee to the floor once again as you reach up. Inhale, lift your gaze, open the chest, bring palms together and lift from the waist, bringing that right elbow across and looking back past your back shoulder. So gaze keeps moving back to help deepen the twist. Unwind, reaching up, inhale. Exhale, hands come down, lifting the back knee. We step it back to our downward facing dog. Inhaling it forward to our high plank, lower to chaturanga, scooping through cobra or upward dog, and take it back to your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Make it a child's pose if that's more restorative for you. One more breath here. So lifting up into a 3-legged dog, stepping the foot forward. From here, we bring the back knee all the way down, reaching up into your kneeling warrior. Bring the palms together, bring them to the heart. Inhale, and as you exhale, taking it across, looking back past your back shoulder. Breathe in, get long, and on your next breath, circle the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, lift that back knee, and bring yourself to your side angle. So if you want to reach for the block, go ahead, adjust yourself so that you can comfortably hang out in this side angle. Pressing your front knee open, top arm alongside the ear, gaze is up, and then circle it all the way down. Moving through to the side. Inhale, flatten the back. As you exhale, fold, maybe bringing the hands behind the back this time. Deepen your stretch as you continue to lift the hips upward, head coming down, and really opening the heart. Inhale, come on back up. Hands support you as you move over back to the front. Once again, taking it to your side angle. Reach up and look up. Take that arm right alongside your ear. This long line through the side body. Circle it down. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Your left knee comes to the floor as you reach up, kneeling warrior. Breathe in and hands come all the way to your heart. Lift and lengthen and go across to deepen your stretch, looking past your back shoulder. Unwind and reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Right foot goes back to your downward dog. Move it forward, inhale, exhale, and breathe in to stretch the front of the body. Take it back to downward facing dog. Left leg goes back up, knee comes in as you step the left foot forward. From here, bring the right knee back down and reach up, kneeling warrior. Palms together, lower them down to the heart. Lengthen, take it across, looking past that back shoulder. Pausing here, and use your next inhale to reach those arms up and nice and long. As you bring the hands down, lift your back knee up, back heel comes down, and now positioning your left hand along the inside of the leg. So find the place where you'd like to settle in to your side angle. Maybe taking the arm alongside the ear. Reach and extend, and then circle it all the way down, walking yourself back to the side long edge of your mat if you're using a mat. Take an inhale here, open up the arms, bring them behind to the back, maybe interlacing or maybe bringing hands to reverse prayer as you hinge, and lift those hips up. Let the head come down, sliding those hips up higher and higher, and release the hands under the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, making your way across to side angle with the right leg forward, left leg back. Reach it up, look up, and take the arm right alongside the ear, looking up. Circle that arm down, pivot, bringing the back knee to your mat, reach up for your kneeling warrior, and bring the palms to the heart. Inhale to open up a little bit more. Exhale, take it across. Look back. Unwind, reach it up nice and long once again. Inhale, exhale, take it down, and step it back to your downward facing dog, right where we began the practice. Breathe in, come on forward into high plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, reach up, right through the heart, and take it back to downward dog. As we reach the right leg up and back, we draw the knee in, step the foot to the top of the mat. From here, we come up into a nice high lunge, palms facing each other, hovering over that front thigh as we lift up into our warrior three. So finding your balance here. You reach through the fingertips, reach through that back big toe, balancing, leveling the hips, and step it way back to make your way into warrior one. As you square up the body here, we really press the right or the left hip forward, right hip back. Hands land at the heart again to pivot and open up to warrior two. Looking past that front hand, press that front knee open, and from here, bring the hands back to the heart as we straighten the front leg, pulling the toes towards you to plant them to face the long side edge of your mat. Picking up the other toes, rolling them towards you, pressing through that heel as we plant that foot and come back to warrior two on the other side. Leveling the shoulders, relaxing them well away from your ears. And from here, we bring the hands back to the heart as we pivot to warrior one. Squaring up the hips, sinking into it a little bit deeper, pivot on the ball of the back foot, and from here, making your way into warrior three. Balancing here, squaring up the body, shoulders, hips, and step it back. Inhale into your high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down and step back with your right leg. Bringing it through a three-limbed plank. Lower to chaturanga. And scoop it up for dog. Take it back to downward facing dog. As you lift the right leg to your three-legged dog once again, draw the knee in and step that foot to the top of your mat. So reaching up, inhale,
back leg up. Warrior three. Pausing here, stepping way back. Heel comes down as you come to warrior one. Hands make their way back to the center of your chest, opening up to warrior two. So grounding through the feet, leveling the arms, make sure that back one is level with the front. And from here we straighten the front leg as we pick up the toes, pivot to turn to the side and pick up the back toes. Bring them down, bend the knee to make your way to warrior two on the opposite side. Bring the hands to the heart, pivot to make your way to warrior one. As you slowly come up on the ball of that back foot, begin to hinge and bow, making your way to warrior three. Balancing here, stepping way back, inhale, exhale, hands plant down, left leg goes back, three-legged dog, take it through your three-limb plank, moving through your vinyasa, back to downward facing dog. Breathing easy here, take a few breaths to really restore, re-energize the body. And as we go back in our circle, we take the left leg up and back, drawing the knee in, step that foot forward, float up to your lunge, inhale, exhale to bow, and lift to your warrior three. As you step it back, warrior one, front knee is bent, back leg stays straight, that heel is planted on the ground now. As you bring the hands to your heart, and then opening up to warrior two. So those back toes turn to the edge of your mat. As you reach through those fingertips away from each other, you can feel the energy. Bringing the hands to the heart, you straighten the front leg, pick up those toes, pivot on the heel, bring it down, pick up the back toes, pivoting on that heel, warrior two on the other side. Bring the hands to your heart and pivoting to warrior one, facing the opposite direction, and bringing the arms up right alongside the ears. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a bow. Bending over that front knee, hinging to make your way into warrior three. And step it back to your lunge. Float the arms down. Reach way back with the right leg. And move through your three-limb plank, flowing through your vinyasa, and back to downward dog. We continue on with the left leg reaching up and back, knee coming in, stepping forward, and coming up to our high lunge. Tipping forward to warrior three again. Moving to warrior one. Palm at the heart. And opening up to warrior two. Looking past the front fingertips, and as we bring the hands back to the heart, we straighten the front leg, pivot it to turn those toes, pivot on the heel of your other foot, plant those toes down, and reach back to your warrior two. Sink into it a little bit more. And as you bring the hands to heart center again, let's pick it up to warrior one, reaching tall. Bending that front knee, getting a great stretch in that back leg. Breathe in, look up, breathe out, take a bow, lift on the ball of the back foot, and picking it up to make your way to your warrior three. Back to your high lunge. Inhale, exhale, take it down to three-legged dog. Three-limb plank,
and move through your flow. From here, you can bring the knees down to your mat, pressing it back to completely release and surrender. As we slowly unroll, we'll make our way into seated. And as you stretch the legs out in front of you nice and long, making sure that you sit well anchored over the sit bones. We take a big inhale to reach up and exhale to reach forward as you bow over the legs. From here, slowly unroll yourself and roll the shoulders up, down and away. Picking up the left foot, we bring that left heel along the outside of the hip and continuing to keep the knee forward. Now, if you have difficulty bringing that foot, maybe the ankle is really stiff, or you have some issues with the knee, you could sit up on a block, giving you a little bit more height to make this more accessible. For those of you who really can't get comfortable in this one, you can just keep the foot alongside the leg as an option. From here, we take a breath in to reach up, exhale to fold. Slowly unrolling to come back to seated and exploring perhaps moving further back. Now again, you could use a block or maybe both of them here to bring for some extra support. Maybe you're able to come back onto the elbows, maybe the forearms, maybe even release over a block. And you can use that second one if you like for resting your head on. And the arms can either rest out at your sides or opening up. So this creates a really nice back bending for the spine, opens the hips and your thigh. Great stretch for your knees as well. Now, for those of you who have a little bit more flexibility, you may be able to comfortably come all the way back as well. So take one more full breath in this position, whichever place you're able to settle to. And let's make our way back up. From here, you can ease your way up onto the elbows, the hands, and stretch out that left leg. You might want to shake it out a little bit, maybe massage out the thigh a bit as well. And then we move right into the opposite side. So what works on one side can be sometimes a totally different experience on the other side. So do be mindful of that and give yourself the room to make the adjustments I've suggested before. So we reach up, inhale, exhale to bow over top of your extended leg, trying to keep that body nice and squared. Moving yourself up, and once again exploring anywhere from staying right here to moving back onto the elbows, possibly on the block, or all the way onto the shoulder blades as you extend the arms. Taking a few breaths here, trying to keep that bent leg as much in line as possible with the hip, so that you've got a beautiful long line that is extended through your body. As we use the inhalation to press ourselves back up again, you can stretch that leg out. Again, you can shake the legs out, you can massage them out a little bit, just to feel like the blood flow is restored there. And from here, we'll make our way down completely onto a supine position. So you can bend the knees to help you comfortably settle in. And as you bring the knees to a really nice bend here, we'll bring the soles of the feet together to create a beautiful opening. Allowing those knees to draw open. You can even use your hands to apply a tiny bit of pressure in this supine cobbler's pose. Using every breath to create a little bit more opening, either just relaxing into gravity or a little bit of help from the hands, but being very, very gentle in doing so. As we bring the knees together, you can slide your left leg away and draw your right knee into the body. and taking it right across over to the opposite side into your supine twist. Now if you want a little bit more to that twist, you could bend your left leg. Maybe you're able to take a hold of the foot with your right arm, or you could just keep it extended, taking your gaze over to the right. And as you unwind, we switch the legs up, bringing in the left knee, squeezing it into the body, guiding it over with your right hand as you keep the left arm open, staying right here, adjusting your gaze, and again, potentially reaching for your right foot to help the deep twist. As you let it go, bring the knees back to a bend, replacing your spine. So you might pick up the pelvis here, let the knees sway a little bit side to side in a nice easy massaging motion, and then take the legs long. Bring the arms to a comfortable position at your sides. Take a deep breath in and exhale to just let yourself soak in all of the wonderful benefits of your practice today. Enjoy some time of quiet stillness, and do feel free to remain here as long as you're able to. Whenever you do decide to move back and transition back to life, you can bring the knees in slowly and roll to your side, cradling the head for a moment in a fetal position. And as you eventually make your way back up to a seated place, take a moment again before you move on to the rest of your day, just to really appreciate this time that you've given yourself today to stretch, to strengthen, and just really spend time nurturing your entire being. So I'd like to thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate if you've already subscribed. If you haven't, please consider doing so. I love your comments, and if you have any requests that you'd like me to fill for you in any of our practices, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to give me one of these, share, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content. You can check it out. Check me out in the next video. Namaste.